What's going on, guys? It's Vinnie here, and today we're going to be installing a handrail into a concrete pad. All right, so right here is where we're going to walk up, and the customer wants a handrail installed right here, which we have right over here. Here we have the handrail standing up, and it is 38.5 inches tall from the ground up to the top beam here, and it's about 40 inches wide. Down here, the feet width from the outer edge to the outer edge is 32 inches. And this is everything that's going to come in the box. You're going to have your 2 posts, your handrail. These are the caps that cover the feet, your instructions. This is the Vevor iron handrail model H5710. It comes with a drill bit, your concrete anchors, some other screws, and these are the little screws that are going to attach the posts to the feet, an Allen key for those, and a little wrench. For the tools needed for this job, I'm going to have a level, an adjustable wrench, concrete drill bit, which actually comes with the kit, and then a drill that has a hammer drill setting, which if you look here, you'll see there's a hammer right there. That's the setting we're going to use to drill into this concrete. Optionally for this job, you guys can use a 3/8 ratchet with a 14mm socket or a 9/16 socket, and that is for these concrete anchor bolts. You're also going to want to have a hammer so we can bang in our concrete anchors, and I'm going to have links down in the description for all the tools and parts used in this video. All right, first step's going to be to grab your post, and you're going to want to identify which side these small Allen key bolts go through. So you're going to see one side has this open round side, and then you flip it around and there's a flat side. You want to put the bolt through the open round side as the threads are on the other side. So we're going to slide this right through our railing. Get your Allen key bolts in there. Tighten that up. So I'm going to leave it kind of loose like that, so in case there's any unevenness in the floor, we can adjust that. Put our other side in here. All right, now we're going to get our handrail, and you're going to want to place it on a somewhat even surface depending on where you're trying to mount this. For this handrail, the customer wants it to kind of match up with this handrail. It's going to look something like that. Also, something to pay attention to is when you're looking directly down at the handrail, you're going to see that one side kind of bends and curls outwards, and it's going to be the same if you follow it along. You're going to see on this one kind of comes out to the outside a little bit. So we're going to strategically make sure that this bend kind of faces out that way, so when you're walking by, you don't clip your pocket on here and snag on the rail. If you look directly straight at the rail, you kind of see what I'm saying here. This is like on an angle down here, and it's bending towards over here on the outside, away from the inside. All right, so I'm realizing that over here, this concrete's slightly slanted away. So if you were to bolt this flat down, it's actually going to push this railing over. So I may use some type of spacer or washers or something under here to kind of hold it level. But the idea is you're going to get your posts where you want them, use your level to see where it looks level, and then you check your other end. And then what you want to do once you have the railing situated the way you like it is you'll take your marker and we'll trace out the holes for both sides. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. And it'll be easier to get it level. Of course, you want to make sure you sweep out and clean the area that you're going to mount it to first. So we got that one level, and we'll just make some marks. Just lay that off to the side so we don't scratch it. Take our trusty blower. Also, with this handrail, before we mount it, I just wanted to show you the options that you have. So these points up here pivot, so you can use this handrail for steps as well. Of course, you just want to make sure that these are level and straight, but you can see that it can kind of mount to different heights of stairs and stuff pretty easily. Of course, once you bolt that in, you just want to tighten up the Allen key bolts up here, and then you're pretty much good to go. Just wanted to show you guys that, in case you were wondering. So this kit, like I said, comes with a drill bit here. It shows 10 by 150 millimeters. So this is their masonry concrete bit, and this compares to a 3/8 masonry drill bit. So that's what that 10 by 150 millimeters is, basically a 3/8. All right, so we're gonna put that in our drill, lock it in there tight. And then make sure that you're on the hammer drill setting. And you also want to make sure that you actually get your bit in there straight. This one's not in there straight. All right, once you're ready to drill, center that on the hole. Give it a couple taps to just start the hole right there. Having either a blower or a shop vac by will help clean up this mess so you can see what you're doing. Now we're going to start drilling. And I like to stop every once in a while. We'll suck up the dust and then make sure that your drill is straight down. You don't want to be doing this on an angle. All right, so the bolt depth, this is not fully screwed in. You have about maybe a 1/4 inch right there to screw it down, but it looks like about 2 inches deep at least is what we're gonna need. So we'll do like maybe 2 1/4 just to make sure this can fully get in the ground. And the way I usually measure how deep I am is we can put that all the way down, and then you'll measure, kind of measure where you're at. So we're at about 2 inches right there, so I'll go a tiny bit further. So we're just gonna check our depth. Yeah, we're about 2.5 there, so that'll work. All right, now we're just gonna drill out the rest of our 4 holes here, and then over here, we have 4 more holes to do. So the reason I just did that on an angle is because when I was starting the hole, the bit slid over a little bit. So we don't want to continue drilling it there. We kind of want to have it slightly over. You want to make sure they're straight up and lined up. So I'm going to try to chip away a little bit this way to get the hole started here rather than over here. All right, I'm just gonna use a pencil and stick it in that hole, put my finger against it, and we'll just quickly see how deep each one is about. So we're looking for about 2.5. Cool, those are all over 2.5. All right, next you're gonna grab the railing. Make sure you have it oriented correctly. How I was telling you before with this bend's facing outwards towards me. We're gonna do that for a reason, so that way you don't clip your pants or your shirt on the railing. So I'm gonna line up this flange at the bottom and grab one of our bolts, and you could stick them through like that. All right, so I just started to put our concrete anchors right through all the holes. Sometimes you gotta give them a little wiggle. Now all the concrete anchors are in, we can begin to start tightening those down. So we'll get our 3/8 ratchet with like a 14mm socket or a 9/16. And I'm gonna start on this high side because this side over here, if you look closely, there's a gap. So I have a couple options to fix that gap. You could use a composite spacer, but I don't know how long that's gonna really hold up. So I also have some washers right here that you can maybe slide under the other side as you tighten that down. But let's tighten our high side down first. And real quick, just to show you what's going to happen here is as you tighten down the 14mm or 9/16 bolt head, it's going to screw tighter like this, and it's going to pull this bottom piece up into this sleeve. And as that happens, you can see how it's split around the whole sleeve. It's going to jam this end piece here inside of the sleeve, which is going to widen it. And that's what's actually going to hold it into your concrete. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. This one's having a tough time tightening. It's just spinning. So I'm sliding a little pry bar under the end to give some pressure to pull. Let's see if this helps fix it. Yeah, there we go. Now I can feel it's getting tighter. So as you're tightening this, you want to try to keep an eye up on your level here and see, you know, as long as you can try to keep it straight, that would be ideal. Now, once you get the high side tight, I'm going to slide some washers under here on the other end. This looks just about level. Just make sure those are flush so we don't see them. And our bubble level's looking pretty close. And we're going to tighten this down now. And you don't need to over tighten these, but you do want to make sure they're kind of snugged up. I think if you go too tight on these, they could snap. Again, this thing's off of Amazon, so I'm not sure how much to trust the hardware that comes with it. All right, that's just 2 bolts tight, and it's pretty tight, so I don't think that's gonna go anywhere. Now we'll tighten up the other side. And you just wanna watch your level to make sure you're not pulling it out of being level. And if it seems like it is, then you're gonna wanna add some more spacers or washers or something under the other side, and that'll help it prevent it from pulling it. You also want to be sure to be careful not to tighten the side that's lower too much. You don't want to break these welds right here. So like that's in there tight. All right, that's solid. If you look over at your level, we're in between the lines there. So that's it, that's good. All right, so we'll start again with the other side now. Get our anchor bolts in. I'm gonna pull this railing until I see that bubble right there is level. And then we're gonna see what we need to add as far as spacers. Looking like maybe a washer on each end. We'll start there. And now I'm just gonna tighten the high side down again. Now you can use an impact gun on these. I just don't recommend doing that because you can mess up the concrete that these anchors are sitting in, or you could snap these bolts if you go too fast. Plus I like to really feel it by hand. You'll kind of get a way better idea as how tight it is and if it feels like it's gonna break or not. So just so you guys can see, that bubble level is level right there. That one's feeling really tight. So since I tightened that one side down a lot, it pulled it a little bit. So now we're gonna start on this other side. Tighten that down. And we're just about in the center there as well. So that's pretty much how you're going to install a freestanding handrail into concrete or any type of masonry. I mean, that's in there, that's not going anywhere. So the last step to this is you get these covers that go over your bolts and you'll put them in on both sides, and they have these little like clips. One end's the female side, the other end has these little clips in there, and they're just gonna latch together. And actually, I'm gonna do it so this seam is actually in line with the rail. I think that'll look nicer. The side that has these tabs here, they pinch inside. All right, that's pretty much it. Looks good. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. That's how you're going to install a freestanding handrail by Vevor. If this video helped you guys out, please leave me a like. If you guys have any questions at all, leave them down in the comments. I'll get back to you. And if you're looking for more of this kind of content, then hit that subscribe button because there'll be plenty more videos coming your way. Appreciate you guys sticking through with me on this one, and I'll catch you in the next one. Have a good one.